If you go to your financial institution and you have not been making deposits and you go to make a withdrawal, what's gonna happen? You're gonna get denied or it's gonna go negative. It's the same thing with people. If you're not making deposits and you inevitably have to make a withdrawal, when you go to do that, if you have not been making those deposits, you're gonna get denied or it's gonna get negative. Why would you expect anything different? And so if you're not being thoughtful about each and every day how I'm making realistic, consistent deposits into people so that way we have real relationship, for instance. Has anybody in here had to have a conversation with somebody about body odor? There are no redeeming qualities about that conversation. And the only way you come out of that thing even reasonably clean is if that person has a reasonable belief going into that conversation that you care about them in some kind of way. Because if it's about a person, it's personal. We always say, listen, I gotta do this. This is my job. This is not personal. If it's about a person, it's personal. So if you don't have any relationship going into that conversation, it's not likely to go well, right? So we want to develop that piece of it. Now, let me give you an example of questions, right? We want to ask questions that get us more answer than question. We want to ask questions that get us more answer than question. So I worked at a bank for a long time, and part of it was in our call center doing phone banking sales. Somebody might call in for their bank balance, and a novice salesperson might say, hey, do you own your home? Do you rent your car? Do you have insurances? Because we want to know the things that they have so we can suggest products and services. Now, if you call your bank and you're calling for your bank balance and somebody starts asking you these questions one by one, hey, do you own your home? Do you rent your home? Do you have a car? Do you have insurances? What are you going to do eventually? You're going to hang up, you're going to get annoyed, you're going to feel like you're being interrogated, all of those type of things. So somebody that is more experienced, I might ask, hey, just so I can get an idea of what's going on with your account, what are your 3 or 4 biggest expenses every month? I get all of this stuff. I get all of that answer for that little bitty question. We want to develop really good questions so we can get a lot of answer for a little question. And some people are like, well, won't that make it a long time? Da, 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 da. Trust me, and this is going to be a theme throughout this entire thing. You are not saving time by not spending the time. That 5-minute conversation you don't think you have time for is going to be 3 weeks of passive aggressiveness. And you for sure do not have time for that. One of the biggest things that we say at Think 3D is a culture will emerge whether intended or not. But if it's not one that you invest in, it'll be one that you pay for. The culture is gonna happen. The question is it happening on purpose? Is it happening intentionally? Is it happening with design to get the type of results that you want? Or did you just take a bunch of people, put them in a box and just say, work well together? Because that ain't gonna get it. So we gotta be thoughtful about what we actually want to have happen while we're teaching the skills and setting the expectations of how we want these dialogues to go. Giving people the skill set to actually be able to execute on the things that we're asking them to execute on the things that we're asking them to execute on. So you gotta be really good at asking questions. Thank you guys.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Vaney.